Hello ladies and gents, boys and girls, welcome back to Hydroneer with myself, Oswald Lyric Vividar. This is part 4. So we are literally, I've housed the room out, most of it. I'm now just putting up all the brick walls. I've actually changed the lights, I've actually changed out the light fittings and fixtures. And what I've done is I've basically replaced them with these lamps because I think they look better. It also makes the room glow up a bit better as well. And I've taken all the torches out of the wall, and it just makes the room a bit brighter during the darker times of the day. It just makes things slightly easier to view, I found. And it looks better, in all fairness. So the idea was nice, but to be blunt, I'd rather just have the light where it needs to be rather than the place it doesn't. Having them behind the window frame and then putting it inside a wall is all very well and nice, but it doesn't really brighten the room up the way I want it to, whereas this really makes the room stand out. And it's nice. I can turn all the lights off as well, so it just opens the room up for me. So all I've really got to do now is lay all these floor tiles on the ceiling, and then I need to go get the pipe work and then start thinking about getting the drills and conveyor belts. So I'm gonna go shopping in a bit with my van, go get the pipe work. I'm gonna put that on another trolley, fast cart, sorry, and bring that over. That way I've got two of them, so I can just load up one and load up the other. I've also got to get some more wall parts, considering I'm now left with all the window tiles that I no longer need, which is a bit of a pain. So I'm actually short of 32 long tiles for that. And I'm sure there's other bits and pieces that I've missed out on top, so I'm gonna try and bring all that over when I need it, and then it's time to put tier 2 in, and then I'm gonna go do some missions to hopefully get my sprinkler system set up, and I'm gonna build my second factory, which means I'll be automating food production. Now I've got an idea of how I want that factory to almost look. I've got an idea roughly in my head. Again, I want it made out of stone, and then once that's done I'm going to head for tier 3, and then I'm going to build my special item that I've got in mind for this game that I don't believe anyone else has ever tried before. So it's something new, and I'd like to try it out because I think it would work. I'm not entirely sure whether it will, but I'm hoping so because the idea is brilliant, and I'm going to share it with you guys in a live. So and then I'm going to share it on Steam and show everybody my little construction. So I doubt it will cost me much, but the idea is brilliant. I really like the idea of it, and I'm hoping that no one else has thought of it, but we'll see. So the idea is just laying the lights out. I've got the lights layout plan as well in my head because it's a different size room. I'm thinking of a different layout for the lights, which I've just adapted to this room because the room's the same size lengthways, it's just not the same size widthways. So it's actually 2 blocks wider. And to be blunt, I no longer care about making the walls sufficiently flat now. Considering I've got loads of holes in the wall from where all the lights went, I'm no longer really bothered. And to be fair, I just want to crack on and get this room situated now and move on to automating the food production, which is going to take a while because I need to get the tokens, and not only do I need a lot of tokens, but I'm also going to need to do a lot of missions to get all the pipe work that I need for it, because I'm going to be upgrading all the pipe work as well before I do anything else. So I'm going to be changing all to red pipes, so that everything is encased in red piping, which will make everything look absolutely sodding awesome. So I'm just going to grab some lights because it's getting a bit dark down here, and I do believe it's 3 in. I believe that's actually 2, yeah, that is. So it's 2 in, and then it's 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then there should be a 4 break in between. So and that just helps the room light up a bit better. Unfortunately, we're short of 1 light here, but it doesn't really matter. There's enough light in the room so I can see. It's quite nicely lit up. I mean, this is night time, and this is the effect of it, and it looks quite nice. At least I can actually see inside the room, which is what I wanted. With the other light fixture, it was just a bit dimmer. Still looked quite nice, but I had the idea in mind of putting 2 of those light fixtures behind the wall, but in essence it really didn't sit that well inside the room, so unfortunately I just decided to pull them out and go from there. It's a lot of extra work to do. I mean, I've got the rest of the ceiling to house out, but I'm really not that fussed now on getting everything perfectly flat. So it's just a case of I'm just really not that fussed. I just want to really get it done so then it looks nice. I've got the main parts of it done, so I'm happy with that, as long as the room opens up and I've got things in the right place. I mean, I've got holes in the walls where I put those lights, so and then next is bringing down the pipe work. That's a window one. I've got hundreds, well, I wouldn't say hundreds, but I've got quite a fair few of them. I've got 16 of them, but they're going to come in handy for later's builds, so I am going to keep them, but they're going to come in handy for later when I build my new item. When I finally get round to actually building what I've got in mind, I'm going to need them for that. So it's quite a large construction that I'm doing. It's quite a large project, so yeah. I'm just hoping I can actually reach the top of it. Should be able to. Don't see why I shouldn't be able to reach it, but we'll see. I've got a funny feeling I'm going to need to replace at least 32 wall tiles. In fact, yeah. And I don't know how many more I need on top, because I didn't really calculate for any of the staircase. I can't remember whether I calculated for the staircase or not, but I've done all the staircase, and I've put this banister rail in place as well. So it stops me from falling over the edge. Not that I take any floor damage or fall damage, but you know, it just opens the room up a bit better and makes it look almost a little bit more authentic. And I'm almost going for that dwarven mine feel, which is what I really wanted in here.
Huh?
I might start thinking about bringing the pipe work down, because once I've got the pipe work, I've pretty much got everything. Everything else is pretty much solved. So, because with the pipe work being brought down, it means that I can put the conveyor belt systems in, which means I'll have to take the old conveyor belts out of my old claim and bring them over as well. And once I've brought all that over, I shouldn't really need much. I might need a few bits and pieces, but I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to need to bring with me. I should imagine it's not going to be a lot, but we'll see. The carving of this will be a lot easier once I have that conveyor belt system in, because I can use the conveyor belts to get up to the top of it, so I can almost put the ceiling in place as well. Start getting some light down there now, and that just brightens the room up a bit more. I do believe that's my last wall tile. I might have to go buy another van so I can bring some more tiles over. Go around the edge of the room first, I think. Just gives me something to stand on while I knock the crap out of everything. If I remember rightly, I didn't get enough floor tiles either, so I'll have to go back and collect more floor tiles, because if I remember rightly, I only got 40 out of the all 93 I needed. So there's a lot of them that I'm going to need to bring over, which is going to be a bit of a pain, but oh well. I might just throw everything off the back of the van, and then I can use that van to go pick the rest of it up. want to lay my main floor plan down. I might go get all the floor tiles, actually, not floor tiles, pipes.
You said 11 o'clock. I did not. Yes, you did. No, I did not. I'm 14 years old. I don't need a bedtime.
Yeah, great. One way of upsetting a 14-year-old. I know that already, but you know what she's like? Fucking hell. I know that, but you know what she's like. She's only in there because you are. I get that, Claire, but do you know what I mean? She's only in there because you are. You don't have to, do you? You just need to understand that she's probably only in there because she's bored, restless, and you're in there, and she likes having company. I'm not trying to create an argument over it or anything. Fucking hell.
Huh?
I've got to start thinking about the mapping of the smaller tiles at some point. Right, so I'm going to try and lay as much out as I possibly can so I can at least go get the pipe work first. If I grab all the pipe work and then grab the conveyor belts, don't need to bring the drills over just yet. I'm going to leave that bit till last. But I definitely am thinking that if I bring the conveyor belts, it gives me something to at least stand on while I smash the hell out of the wall, which makes life probably a little bit easier to deal with while I'm dealing with this. So the idea being is that the resources are going to come off this line, so it's going to be like upstairs, so it's going to come off this line here and then go straight up the conveyor belt. So this line here is where all the resources are going to come off after they've harvest and just go straight up. This corner bit here is going to lead off like upstairs and come bending round with the staircase going down to tier 3 here, which is just currently the idea that I had for this room, and hopefully with a bit of luck it's going to work. I haven't yet to find tier 3, so I don't really know where it's going to start, but hopefully my idea works on this plot of lovely land. that just opens up that area inside there. And now all I need is just all of the other tiles that I need for the rest of the room. I'm not even bothered about even shaping the wall. As you can see, there's gaps everywhere, and I'm not really that fussed anymore. I just want to get it done. I could even it up a little bit, but there's not a lot of point. I mean, all this does is really save me time with some of it, but you know, most, like the ceiling, if you flatten the ceiling off, you can't get the tiles up there, so it's just better if you don't. The floor, on the other hand, is the main aspect of it, but other than that, I've got to fit these lights at some point. So if I remember rightly, it's 2 a step. 2 or 3, I can't remember. I think it might be 2. Yeah. So there's 2 spaces in between. Is that right? Yeah. And then another 2 spaces in between. That gives me the light down this side. Like so. And then that just brightens the room up again for me. Trying to see what I'm doing when it starts getting a bit darker. Right, so I'm having a look at my floor plan. I'm going to need to go and get pipe work and then conveyor belts. So it might make my life a little bit easier if I go and get all of those, because then I can offload all of these smaller tiles and start putting them into place. And it slightly makes my life a little bit easier. The only problem I've got to that is I can't remember where I put all my money. I can't remember to the foggiest of me where I left all my funds. I know that's a bad thing. It quite possibly might even be on the back of this van. Oh yeah, it is, there it is. So there's my millions of dollars, or hydro coins. I've got my tier 3 rack set up. I can just stay there for now. Put that in there. That can just, this lot needs to be really moved inside because that's all normal orders. Let's pull that back. There we go. So if you give me 2 seconds, I'm just going to work out the pipe work plan that I need. I'm going to need to go downstairs actually. Right, so we're at that corner bit there, so that's going to be straight. So if we look at corner and T pipe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 straight pipes. I need a corner pipe there. So 2 straight pipes. That's all going to be straight pipes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another corner pipe there. And then I do believe that it's going to be 5 straight pipes and 5 T pipes to each line, or each side, so it's going to be another 10, another 10, another 10. So that's going to be 10, 10 and 10, so that's going to be plus 30. So I'm just going to write that in. That's 30. Over here, that's going to need 1, 2, 3 corner pipes. That's 9 corner pipes for that. Then I'm going to need 1, 2, oh no, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18 straight pipes, a corner pipe, 3 shard boxes. Right. So I need to really think about where the drills are going to be here. If I remember rightly, the pipe work sits at the back, and that's going to be half the problem. So it's going to be 2. These are going to be 2 corner pipes, so I need 6 extra corner pipes here. And then from here, depending on the drills, from that, so they come underneath, and then it's literally 1, 2, so there's going to be 1, 2, so each one needs 20 corner pipes. Yep, so 20, so that's plus 60 corner pipes. Wow, okay, so that's a lot of corner pipes. So I've got quite a fair few pipes to go in. I'm not entirely sure that's enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 55. So that's 55 pipes up to that point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 25 per line. So that's actually 75 extra pipes alone. Okay, and then it's going to be the extra 2 on top, so that's going to be plus 60. Well, it can't be, can it? Surely not. So I think I've missed something here. Right, let's have a look. So I've calculated for 18, 30, and then 16, 11, 9, 2, 6, and 60, 30 T pipes. So that is 182 pipes altogether, minus the 55, the 75. I'm left with 52, so I've actually got more pipes than I need. That might be because of the 3 there, 3 there, but or the 2 there, 2 there, and possibly the 2 there, 2 there. No, it's 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. Gonna have to recalculate that again, I believe. Let me make a cigarette and I can go back over it. It should be more than 182 pipes, but we'll see. and in order to bring those over, I'm going to bring them on one of the fast tracks, so it means I can just pile the pipes up rather quickly on the back of it and then bring them over. The car I can literally just drive off, and the pipes I can take straight downstairs, so it makes life a little bit easier. And then I can start offloading all the conveyor belts that I've got already, and then start buying more conveyor belts for the conveyor belt junctions that I need. And to be fair, I don't really need that many conveyor belts. But once all that's been put in place, kind of makes my life a little bit easier, because then I can start putting things away. Right, so let's start that bit again, shall we? So let's go for straights, corner, T-pipe, shards. So it's 3 shard boxes. Right, so I'm going to go for corner pipes first. So I'm going to guess the corner pipes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it's 14 basic corner pipes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 6. And then all of these are going to have 2 per, so it's going to be 2 per drill. There's 5 drills times 2 times 3, so that's going to be 60 pipes. So that was 20 normal pipes, so 11, 9, 2 and 6, which is minus 8. So where the hell did I get the extra 8 from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 corner pipes. Corner 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, so it is 20 corner pipes plus the 60 for the drills. So that equals 80 corner pipes. Then straight pipes are going to be, oh my god, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1. No. So that's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then oh dearie me, I've miscalculated. Yeah, I remember how I did it now. It's all T-pipes like that corner. It's actually even more corner pipes. I think it's 3 corner pipes. 2 seconds. The only way I'm going to find out this by saving this game, going into menu, loading up my old save file, because it's going to be the same floor plan but on a smaller scale. Where on earth? Oh, there we are. Do I have a door at the back of this one? I can't remember. Nope. So as you can see, this one's much different. And when I was talking about earlier about having this doorway, and it being so butted up to the corner here. This is what I'm talking about, and also the floor level. So you can see that it's almost the same thing, but you can see that massive dip between where it is, and it just doesn't feel right. And I've got trapped underneath here so many times. So this was my first build, proper build that I did, where I built like staircases going down. So you see you've got the long tailpipe going all the way to the back of the room, and my idea, believe it or not, I know it sounds crazy, but I was going to have a conveyor belt system going round, and then all the way down here to then come downstairs to get to tier 3. And I thought the conveyor belt system is just way too long-winded. And no, it's actually 2. Look at that. It is 2. Yeah. So half of those corner pipes I don't actually need. So it's actually 74 corner pipes I actually need for that. The rest of it's all T pipes. So the straight pipes on the other end I'm still trying to figure out. So bear with me 2 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then let me have a look down there a second, because I swear it's, yeah, it is. Look, 3 pipes coming in. It's going to be literally 3 pipes coming into the back of it. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, cool. That's perfect. So the straight pipes coming up to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, hang on. Do I even need them? No, I don't. That's going to be drills. So there isn't any pipes there. That's where it's going to end. So there's no pipes on that bit. So it's even 1, 2 less corner pieces. So I don't need them 2 corner pieces. So in other words, I could feed that as a corner. Oh, for crying out loud, I'm going to have to go over this again. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. In fact, that can be a T pipe. So if I put a T pipe in there, and then corner pipe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's actually 13 corner pipes. So it's actually 73 corner pipes. Hello, darling. What's up? Counting numbers for some strange. Yeah, it is actually. Well, I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I've got 18 extra straight pipes. So it's 34 straight pipes. And then I need 10 T pipes per line, so it's an extra 31 T pipes. And I 1, 2, 3, so it's a 33 T pipes. Right, so that's the pipe list done. Just wanted to double check that. You got cereal, have you? I'm surprised you didn't text me to ask you to bring you some.
I didn't know if you were alive or not.
Wouldn't have mattered to me, I still would have done it. Wouldn't have bothered me.
You know, I don't like to disturb you.
You're not disturbing me. You're my child. Yes. And children get hungry. You being the, you know, the prime example of that one.
Mum? Yeah. Can I have one of your bottles of water? Yeah.
Is that another dog?
I don't suppose you can grab me this.
Keep forgetting to put iron in now.
That was nice.
You won't find better prices than these.
Never mind. It just is what it is.
Huh?
Right. So that's the shard boxes done. 34 straight pipes. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to get my calculator out and I'm going to work out the cover and cost of this. So I know I'm not going to make a mistake. It's 210 times 34 plus the 3 shard boxes, which is 853, 853, 853. So we're looking for 6,900 on that. I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier, to be fair, loading this up with pipes and just taking it to the clay, because I can run this downstairs as well, which saves me a lot of time and hassle of running up and down them stairs to put pipe work in. And it also saves me a lot of hassle with trying to get everything on that buy-in page or plate. Oh, that's really useful. Well done, you. So 9,600. 9,279, which leaves me with 2 more pipes. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to purchase that. Oh. Okay, it's going to be another pipe. How the hell did that happen? I swear I just put another pipe in there. Right, just purchase that lot, would you? And bring that damn thing over here. So, how many? 73. So 73 times 286. That's 20,000. Right, so that's 11,000 worth. So 11,000. Let me buy that a second. And divide that by, was it 286? 286? It was indeed, so I need 34.
Huh?
Could have lost count again. Right, minus 6,292, which leaves me with 3,432. 286, it's 12. So I need 12 pipes. Perfect. Right. Now, 2 pipes. I need 33 of those. 33 times 295. So that's 9,735. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
Huh?
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Oh my god, that's laggy. So that's 9,000, yep, that's perfect. And on top of that, I want to buy one of these. So whack that on the back of here. Ew.
Take a look at my goods.
I'd rather not, mate. Oh, actually, I don't even know why I brought that. I'm supposed to be connecting a new pipe system up for the actual, what's his face inside. Oh god, I got stuck again. Oh! Bloody floor tiles everywhere. Right. So. Side box. T-pipe. Where's the first T-pipe I need? All the way down here somewhere. So I'm going to drop that on the floor because I don't really need. No, that's a T-pipe. Oh, corner pipe. Something else I don't need. Yay! Corner pipe. Where's the first corner pipe I need? No idea. I'm doing really well here. Right, can I have... Oh. Oh, dearie me. I'm missing... Oh no. I'm missing one T-pipe. Oh, Ollie. I don't want to draw. Oh. I made a boo-boo. One pipe's actually a T-pipe. Did you just nick my lighter again? Oi! Did you just nick my lighter? Tea leaf. Bring back my lighter. Huh? No. I really hope that's the only boo-boo that I've made, yeah. One of my straight pipes is actually supposed to be a T-pipe. And I've only just this minute realised it's the one that feeds off from the main conveyor belt system to go to the left so that I can feed the shard boxes. So I feel like an idiot because I'm one down on a T-pipe. So yeah, I can't feed the pipework system without the T-pipe. So right, let me just think about this now. So that's 1, 2, 3. So it's actually the third pipe over from the wall. So it's actually gonna be 1, I believe that one. Yep, it is as well. Right. So now I need straight pipes. So I'm gonna need to duck down here because I have no idea where that is. No, that's a T-pipe. T-pipe.
Huh?
Straight pipe. There we go. Another T-pipe. Oh look, another T-pipe. Oh look, another T-pipe. Another quarter pipe. Oh, can I just get some straight pipes? Thank you. Oh, another T-pipe. Right, so from here, if I lead that all the way down, I believe, to this corner here, it then bands off. So I've only got to count over 1, 2 from there, which is my first T-pipe, and then from here, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, so it's going to be over again, 1, 2, 3, and then I believe 1, 2, oh no, that one's actually a corner pipe, so let's go grab that one. So this one's going to be a corner pipe, 1, 2 and 3, and there we have it. saying that, hasn't it been capped off? Yeah, I thought it had. Right, I tell you what, where did I put that fucking hammer? I'll undo that, and I'll leave that on top of there. Right, so that first shard box is going to come. That's not correct. Nope. There we go. That's how I want them to be. Where's the other shard box? Come on. I just found you just a minute ago. That can bugger off too. I don't know. Right. I'll get it in. So leading off from the east is one going this. Oh no, I don't even know which way they. Oh my god. Well, I don't believe it really matters, to be fair. So it's just every space. Because I can have them the opposite angle, it doesn't really make much of a difference. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then it's just the same thing on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, by all means, just give me lots of straight pipes again. All the pipes I don't really need. Don't want a corner pipe, don't want a corner pipe. T-pipes, thank you. There we go. T-pipes. So this is the first T. Oh yeah, of course you'd be in the way. Nothing like being in the way, eh? Yep, something else in my damn way. You're in my way too, so you can bugger off down there somewhere else. T-pipe. There we go. Where's that hammer? Where did I put my hammer? There she is. Oh, that's wrong. Never mind. So from here, I can't even remember if they turned left or right. Oh God. Right, so the last corner pipes will have to go in at the final minute, to be fair. It's all going to be irrelevant on when so they go up like that and then they come round, and I do believe hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Can I have my lighter, please? Thank you very much. I'm so glad I kept this game. Right. Yeah. So they load in to the right. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the drill's going to be this side. Oh yeah, it's going to come. Idiot. I know what I'm doing now, don't worry. Right, so these T-pipes are the opposite way. So they load in from the right hand side. Right, so that basically means like so, because the drill's going to sit here, and then on the opposite side it loads in on the right, so this drill's going to be here, so that drill's going to be there, that drill's going to be there, and so on and so on and so on down the line. Just so you understand what we're doing here. It's because for some strange reason they decided to change the drill setup, so rather than them going in from the back end of it, they're now on the side, which is slightly a bit painful. It just basically means that each different set of drills has a different pipe work set up, which ain't too bad really. It's just working with the space that you've got. It's nice to actually have a bit of adaptability in the game as well, so I don't really mind it that much, but to be blunt, it's a bit of a pain. At first it was a bit of a pain. Now from here, the T-pipe is going to come out of here, and I do believe, I don't know what the hell's going on here. Oh no, it's all good, don't worry. This pipe work actually is going to come underneath, because the feed for the harvester is right here. So I'm gonna. Oh, I think I'm going to scream. I now need more straight pipes. There's a straight pipe on the end. So I'm now short of 3 T-pipes, which is almost awesome. Like so. Like so. Now the rest of it's just all these other T-pipes going in, but I'm gonna need to go get some T-pipe. Oh, finally the shard box. Like so. Have I just had a mental breakdown or something? I don't need any more pipes. I just forgot to add the bloody T-pipe. Huh?
Got an email from the school saying kids don't need to wear blazers
Why?
because of the hot weather.
Oh, okay.
I'm going up.
Okay. I'm just literally setting up this pipe work. So why have I got too many T-pipes now? I feel like I got too many T-pipes. Right. I don't know what's happened here, but according to this I've got way too many pipes. And I don't know why, because I swear all these are like... Maybe I miscalculated, but I was supposed to have 33 pipes. Plus one extra T-pipe. And I believe I've got one extra T-pipe. Don't make any sense, does it? If you're as confused as I am right this second, just put your hand up. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. I swear I counted correctly, but oh well. Oh no, that's not where you go there. I've got more T-pipes and I almost don't know why. I did say, like, you know, it was 10 per line plus the 2 outlet feeds and then that one. So, oh yes! Yes, because the top one actually isn't a T-pipe. So that one there isn't a T-pipe. Right, because that rejoins the line. If I remember rightly, that one rejoins the line. So wherever that little T-pipe is, that one turns around. So does it actually need to be a T-pipe then? Huh? Oh. Ollie, behave. That's the T-pipe. And that's the bend. Come on. You're screwing up your own floor plan here. How? You designed it. It's a baffling thing when you get so confused about something that you designed yourself. Right, let's bring those to life. Right, so that feeds all the harvesters. Oh, behave! I don't want more, like, oh my god. Not enough room to swing a cat in here at the moment. I do believe that's where I'm actually sealing it off. so that can stay there. So there shouldn't be many more normal pipes left. I should be running out anytime soon. That should be the last straight pipe, I do believe, because everything else is connected up. And if there's any more in there, I don't know what the hell they're for. I've got an extra 3. Awesome! And I don't know what they're for. Nope, you're supposed to turn round. Thank you very much. Nope. Right, so that's that entire feed done. So where the hell's these extra 3 pipes coming? Where the earth did I put those? Why did I want them? Why did I count them in? Where did I count them from? Right, so there are 3 things I currently don't actually need right now, so they can just pop in there. It's now time to feed these. I'll feed them on the left hand side first. So this is a way of basically just setting up your tier 2 room. It allows you to have 5 drills per side running off the same conveyor belt system. So in other words, I've got 30 drills down there, and it works wonderfully. It means you have a conveyor belt for each one, and it goes up into the harvester, harvests, and then straight onto the conveyor belt system. And that's all them pipes in place. Now I just need to put the rest of them in. So if we start with the left hand side a second. I didn't want to do that, thank you very much. I didn't want to do that either. Thank you very much. Let me guess, I now need to change the pipes. No, actually, well done. You didn't change it. So that's that one done. Let's get this one done too. And here goes, well, where am I not surprised in that? I've got an extra 1 pipe. And again, have no idea where that pipe feeds. Unless I've missed one. Am I missing one? I can't see where I'm missing a feed. It seems like the logical process of everything's fed in. Yeah, I do believe so. So that's my pipe work. I know it's quite impressive, isn't it? I thought so.
Huh?
But that's basically the feed for all the pipe work, and that just allows me to feed everything in up until that point. And now I've got all of my pipes done. I'll go around the room and knock them into place so I can't change them in any way or shape or form, because knowing my luck I will, and I'll cause problems. And the idea is to cover most of this pipe work up. So what we're going to do is actually cover most of this pipes in floor tiles, so you can't actually see them. Two seconds, I've got 2 comments on a post. So I seen a post on Facebook yesterday about some music production software where they've actually got a subscription. Our company's still young, so we might not be the best in the world at communicating what we do, but I didn't realise it was this bad. Why do you think is a DAW? Is a plugin shop and download manager handling tool. Instead of ranting on about how stupid we are, you should check out our free download manager with 60 plus completely free plugins with install all function. It timed itself at one point and it took me 8 minutes and 17 seconds to install 38 free plugins, which is probably less than what you spent on writing this post. And by the way, the subscription is completely optional. Right, where's the other comment? Right. Oh, okay, that's not actually a comment. That's actually something else entirely. Sorry, yeah. So basically, you know, a lot of people know that I've been a producer and composer for a long time, and I often see all the rubbish posts that you find on various things over the internet, especially on my social media pages, and I find it strangely odd that I came across this post about something that, in all nutshell, not very many people actually need, because it's basically something that a DAW already does for me, and they're selling it at a subscription price. And the guys have just written back to me saying something along the lines of, it's a plugin that we use for all of our own plugins, and they're selling it for a subscription price. So it's their base software that allows you to use all their software, which I find quite stupid, how they're actually selling that for a subscription price of £10 a month when people are stupid enough to buy their plugins in the first place. And I just find it baffling how every company that normally sells like plugins, like take for instance Spitfire Audio, they're a sample based company. They sell samples, and they've now done a lot of their samples are now done through their own software, rather than using Contact and getting the licensing fee for Contact. They've come up with their own software, which to be fair is brilliant. I can't stand Contact, and their software is pretty damn good, but they don't sell the software. They don't ask you to pay a subscription. We're talking about a company as big as Spitfire Audio. It's the same with East West. You think like East West Composers Cloud, they don't sell their software to you. They sell the packages, but their actual base software, Play and all that stuff, is not subscription based. It's, you know, if you buy something, they give you that software to use with their plugins, because that's how it's supposed to be used. You know, it's baffling how they're trying to charge more money for something that they're already charging you for in the first place. And for a tool that a DAW already does for you. So it basically, in a nutshell, it categorises all your VSTs and bits and pieces, which a DAW already does. It already categorises everything for me. So I sit down and go, oh, I need an effect. I go into the effects section of plugins, and it comes up with all my effects. So I can't understand why anyone has made a piece of software that does something that a DA, and they're trying to argue with me like I don't know what I'm talking about. And it's really quite funny. I'm like, have you actually ever sat in front of a DAW? Like, every single DAW has the same thing. It categorises your plugins for you so you know where they are. I can't understand why anyone would sign up to this bull when they don't need it. But never mind. I've just basically called them brain dead because their whole entire business model is completely backwards. So the idea now is I can finally cover up all these floor tiles whenever I get round to actually figuring out why this thing won't. There we go. So all of this can be covered up now, to the basis and understanding of I actually believe that's in the wrong place. Holy moly, that is actually in the wrong place. What am I doing? So that one's actually in the wrong place. Bad Ollie. Bad Ollie. Right. So this one goes from where? So this is the start of the room. So that's 1 and 2. So actually, if I did cover that up, it wouldn't actually be. That actually is correct. So that one can stay where it is because the harvester's right there. Sorry, I'm missing the plot here. Right. So the other one, no. That's actually where a drill goes. So all of this is going to be singular tiles. The idea is to cover up anything that isn't like basically contained by either a drill, harvester, shard box, works, or conveyor belt, in a nutshell. Because, you know, and I'm even surrounding it by walls as well, so that it looks even better as it's going around. It just makes it look nicer, in my opinion. And what else have I got to spend the money on? And it's not like it cost a lot to use anyway, so, I mean, to be fair, it's like 30 quid for a tile. It's like, yeah. About the only expensive things in the game are actually pipework and various other bits and pieces. I mean, it's not the amount of money that you can actually make in this game is quite bizarre, to the expense of actually setting up. It's just too easy to make money very, very quickly, to get set up pretty much very quickly. I can be set up within about the first 10-15 minutes of the gameplay, to the point I buy my first drill. It's just all about digging in one spot and just keep going down until you get better stuff. And, you know, once you start getting bigger rock, I mean, look at the size of these rocks. It's because I'm on the bottom floor. As soon as you hit bottom floor, just that's where you mine. It's quite self-explanatory, I would have thought, but and now I've got the pipe work in place, I can now set up the conveyor belt system, and hopefully I can now walk across this pipe work system and knock the rest of this, knock the rest of this to crap, basically, so I can put all my tiles in place. Like I said before, the ceiling tiles don't really matter, so they're not fundamentally a big deal. The only tiles I really need to be really careful of are the wall tiles and the floor tiles. The ceiling tiles are not really a big deal, and to be fair, I'm not even bothered about any of the tiles for that matter. If I make a mistake, it's not a big deal, it can be covered up by a tile, so you don't have to make a massive fundamental effort on digging the room out. You can just cover it up with tiles and it looks better. So you don't need to make your room look spick and spack with the surfaces and stuff. The only thing I do with that is literally the floor, and even that you don't really need to be perfect with. It's just, you know, stop wasting your time with making everything perfect. And I've got OCD and I like things perfect, and I'm now at the point where it takes too long to cut the room out and smooth everything off just to be perfect. The only thing I want perfect like that would be outside, because it needs to be flat, but that's only because I'll be digging on it and doing other stuff on it and setting up farms and stuff, you know. I don't want it all uneven. And to be fair, the roller's kind of like, the roller tool that you can buy is, personally in my opinion, not very good, because it has a habit of basically ruining a perfectly good solid surface. You end up smoothing it off one and then go to a different point where it then starts basically making it a different level to everything else, and then you're kind of screwed. There's no way of bringing it back to normal apart from using a spade. By that point, you know, you may have run out of dirt to be able to smooth it off with. So for me, I'd rather hand do it because it's just slightly easier. But all these spaces up here don't really matter now, as long as it's, you know, once I put the ceiling in place, like, happy days. That's why I'm working on the ceiling first rather than the floor tiles, because I want to cover up as much as I possibly can, because here's all my ceiling tiles and floor tiles. Also want to know how many tiles I need to go and buy. There you go, look at that, that one's covering that up. And the pipeworks just help me do that because I need to be one step higher than what it is. So I need to be kind of off the floor. It might be better off if I don't actually cut the floor away first, get to the very bottom of it at the start of it, and then the rest of it just pump up from 3 steps up. It just makes things slightly easier. So rather than like digging underneath this at first, you can just get away with not doing it because not all of it needs to be cut away. Only the bits that you're actually putting the drills in, to be fair, drills and pipe work. And I think these are the last 2 floor tiles I've actually got. The window ones, on the other hand, I'm probably going to keep for my next project. I'm not entirely sure whether I actually need them or not. Probably not as many as I've got. It would be nice to put windows in it, to be fair, but I've got to come up with an idea of how I'm going to do it. It's going to be an awfully big building. So, again, built of stone. I've seen someone almost build a mansion in this game before, and it's kind of a mansion. It'd be interesting to see if anyone's already done it. I might Google it when I get off. And the only thing I need to do now is literally go get more tiles for everything, pretty much. I'm not entirely sure whether I've got enough small tiles or if I've got enough of these. I'll see. I've got more somewhere else, but... And on that note, I am going to save it very quickly. And then the only thing I need to really do, but I'm going to do that at a later date, so the idea is that my factory for my food processing unit is going to be almost the same size as this, length, like long ways. I'm not entirely sure how long, like wide I need it to be, so I'm just going to leave that like that until I figure it out, and then go from there. I'll probably save it and then start building onto it once I figure it all out, how much space I'm actually going to need. But I'm going to start on the opposite side and make sure I've still got that 2-way walkway around the outside of it, because I like having room to move about, if you get my drift, around the outside of things. That's why the room's so big. It's all so I can move about. I was even thinking about bridging this bit off and making like a little bridge so I can step across, but to be fair, it's not really needed. But this will have, on the conveyor belt system itself, I'll have here a cutter, so there'll be another cutter and then another, like a liner, and then it will push through, come up here, and then head on to the conveyor belt. So it'll have one of these there. I mean, I've got one there, so it don't really matter. I might just leave the aligner until it reaches that point. At least it's a line in there, so it doesn't really matter. So when all that stuff comes up the top of here, it's just going to come through here and get aligned through that. And then the only other thing I need to think about is maybe getting the logic system set up so I can cut the water supply off, and that's probably going to happen behind here. Excuse me. So I can run almost one logic system underneath here already. The other one will probably have to come round here and then come into here. So that's what this bit's all about. That was the idea of the design work of this bit in here, is so that it comes underneath here and then down, and then one will pan off almost at the back of this bit here, so it'll come down here and then run around this bit here downstairs, and the other one will come down here and then possibly shut the water supply here. The idea is so that there's no water supply being fed to this bit, only to the conveyor belt. So the water system will still allow the main conveyor belt to move, but not the water system. So the idea is that if I want to shut off the drills, the pipe work for the drill is leading off from here, so the shut off valve will be underneath here, so the pipe work will come underneath and around and click. So the only thing I need to do is just branch off from here a bit more. So I might build another walkway going around to put that pipe work in with. It needs to be preferably 4 wide, so I'm just going to build a branch off around it, the outside of it. It will start off with probably going out by 1 and then into here. It's going to need to obviously probably branch off from here by 2 tiles, so that then I've got that space. But then again, it only needs to be 3, so I'll probably just branch it out by 3, because I can always use smaller tiles, so it's not really a major big deal. And I could also pretty much make this bit join it too, so if I'm branching this off by 3, I can make this the same size, and then that way I can put more like of these going up to it, and it can come round here and then it can go leading behind here all the way down, cut off the water supply here for drill 1, because all of this is fed through this pipe system here, so it feeds off from here, so it only shuts the water supply here, so that conveyor belt can still move. So if there's anything on this massive conveyor belt, it will still feed it. The only difference is there's a T-pipe here. If I shut off that T-pipe and end the pipe here, it'll then only shut off this band here, which will probably be a better idea. And then that main conveyor belt here will stay here, so the shut off valve can be here. That way this conveyor belt system will still run as well. So the main conveyor belt system will be run off its own feed of water supply, so whenever I need to do processing upstairs, I can just shut the drills down for a temporary measure. And the idea being is that actual logic system is actually going to be run from upstairs. So I've actually thought about this long and hard about how I'm going to feed that logic system in, and I'm actually thinking of feeding it from here. So instead of having this wall here like it is, it's already 1 step wide, so I'm thinking about taking that down slightly by 4 steps, shrinking that wall by 2 tiles so that it's only as high as it needs to be. And then I've got 4 switches, one for the main water supply that shuts off from outside, so that pipe work here will feed up to here, and the shut off valve, rather than it being here, it will actually be inside here. So whenever I need to, you know, say for argument's sake, smelt some iron or whatever, or I need to cut down some iron, rather than shutting off, because if I don't shut off the water system here, then basically everything's still moving. So the idea of that conveyor belt system is that basically the main feed shuts down the drill so that no dirt's being processed, which means eventually I can hit the smelter rather than hitting the smelter and then all the ore just basically stays there. It shrinks down the lag basically, and I can have the logic system based here so that the actual switch is here, or a button can be here for me to like turn it off and turn it back on again. I can then have the main feed, and then I can have 1, 2 and 3, which basically means I can shut down tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3 part drills, wire hit that, make the stuff I need to make, and then turn them back on again. And it'll all be done from upstairs rather than it being done from somewhere else. And I'm going to do the same thing with probably the processing plant for the food as well. So it just allows for more control. And the only issue is that I've only just started thinking about this over probably the last few hours of gameplay, to the point where I've seen it in another video and I thought actually that's a really good idea, because I'm forever shutting off the main water feed and then not having any water for... The idea is basically shutting off the water supply for... it may just be 2 pipes, because to be blunt, the button system, this is why I've got this here, I can shut that off, that turns all the water feed off, so nothing can move inside here. If I shut the water off here, it means I don't need the logic system, because all that does is shut anything coming up from the top, which basically just means that everything bans off here. But that's, you know, it just basically means no water can feed anything else. It just means the resources will just stay there until I've hit that. So, you know, it is what it is. That was the idea. I can just hit that very quickly, that shuts that off, I can hit that and then turn it back on again. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And it just means that if I need to, because it's only really iron and gold that I need to shut it off for. The rest, because you think I've got this thing here, and that's the problem, it's this water feed here, because this needs to stay on rather than shutting it all down. So I might just end up feeding this in with its own water supply, because then I can just hit that button outside or even inside. I could even have the button system, say, somewhere around here maybe, and then I can just shut it down and then turn it back on when I've finished smelting everything I need when I'm doing orders and stuff. But there's a few ideas there, so I might roll with the main one, which is having a tier 1, 2 and 3 water system, as well as the belt system, the main feed of water. But I want the main feed of water for the belt system, and then another feed for literally the drills. So I could have set up 2 different pipework systems, but it would mean feeding in another pipework system to basically do the same thing, which is kind of pointless. You might as well just run it off the same feed, because otherwise you're going to have 2 different speeds of different things. You want it almost the same. So on that note, moving on. What else do I need to do? So I've run out of tiles, so I now need to go buy tiles. Oh, excuse me. I can put a drill in, not a drill, a conveyor belt in. So the up is going to be here. So that's going to be the up, because the last drill's here and obviously the other drill's here, so that's going to be a normal conveyor belt going up, and that's going to be the harvester. The harvester's dropping on the belt and it goes up. So there we have it, and it all works because I've done it before on my last build. And the only difference between this build and the last build is obviously I'm now covering it with floor tiles. It just looks better, in my opinion. So I've only got to really house the rest of this room out, and then I can start putting everything in. I need all the tiles for that. 2 secs, I need a pee. Right, I'm back. Right, on that note, I might just save the game and do all this lot on my own, because this next bit's going to be quite boring to watch. It's just basically housing out floor space and picking up tiles and stuff, so it's going to be quite boring. So I don't really want to bore people half to death with watching me just smash the hell out of rock. So I'm going to come back tomorrow morning with hopefully the room all finished, where I'm setting up the drills, and I mean hopefully by that point I would have had the drill set up, but we'll see. On that note, I'm going to end the live and I'll see you in the next. Ciao.